What's up? This is your girl, Miss Jovial. Hope everybody's having a great day. Before I get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe at the bottom and hit that notification button so that when I have long videos, you'll be the first to know. I know y'all at that job right now wishing you was someplace else. I already know, honey. I've been there, done that. This time last year, all I could do was just stare at the laptop. I didn't care about the topic of discussion at the team on the team calls. I barely wanted to put on the video. You know what I mean? Listen, I get it. I get it. If you could be any place else except that place, I get it. I get it. But here's the thing. You have options. You have options, okay? And I'm here to share that with you. Like I said, this time last year, I was in the position you was in right now until I decided that I was worth more. That I hold some kind of value someplace else. That I mattered. And it was just a wake-up call for me because when my blood pressure went through the roof and I couldn't sleep at night, that did it for me. My doctor and I had a long discussion, and then she said, you have to make a decision because you're not going to last too much longer like this. I was headed for a stroke. And if your body is not operating the way it should be, pay attention to it. Real talk. I am here to share with you exactly what I did, okay? I followed a 7-day roadmap. Day 1, day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And when I tell you a week later, I landed my first paying client. I was so happy, child, I didn't even know what to do. I was able to walk away in peace, in joy, and happiness, okay? And I didn't look back because I realized that my peace was worth more than a paycheck. And I know you all have heard that before. Because really, I was dying for a paycheck. That's real talk. And you sometimes think that it's the end of the world, but it's not. It's really not. I'm 57 years old. I'm not close to, I don't look at myself as being really, really close to retirement, but I'm closer to retirement. But I can't do it now, but I still have to work. And ever since I followed that roadmap, all my bills are paid. I just moved in this house 2 years ago. And I don't have no problems paying my bills. So I'm going to share that roadmap with you and tell you exactly what I did, okay? The first thing I did, day 1, I named a skill. That's that one skill that everybody comes to you for, whether it's organizing files, ordering supplies, managing inboxes, scheduling meetings, managing, small projects. I have it written down because y'all know I can't remember everything. Think about that one skill. And I want you to focus on one skill because that's how people are going to find you. I'm going to call that skill your basic skill, that one basic skill. Now, in order for it to become marketable, you have to change that basic skill into a bankable skill. All right? When you go out to dinner, what do? You dress up, right? You put on your dress, ladies, or your jumpsuit, because I'm a jumpsuit queen, child. And the men like to put on suits or a nice, jacket, casual jacket, but we all look nice when we go out to eat, right? Well, that's what you have to do with the skill. You have to dress it up. So let me show you something. The basic skill, for example, is organizing files, right? We're going to change that into a digital filing system coordinator. Okay? That's bankable. Basic skill, ordering supplies. The bankable skill is the procurement coordinator. Okay? Basic skill, training new staff. Bankable skill, administrative training specialist. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to dress that up, okay? You can go on my stand store because I have a checklist of bankable titles that I'm giving away for free, okay? So check that out. Day 3, you got to validate before you create. This is the step that everybody messes up because they forget about it. You have to be nosy on purpose, honey, because I love being nosy. So what I do is I go on social media and see what people are talking about. See what kind of questions they're asking. How can I do this? Can I do that? Pay attention to what people are saying. Okay? And I want you to start thinking, how can my skill help solve that person's problem? Because this is all about you being able to solve a problem. Okay? If your skill can solve a problem, it is marketable. Okay? And I know you can find a way that your skill can be paid by somebody else. I promise you that. Seriously. But you just got to pay attention on how you're going to do it, okay? So just be nosy on purpose because I like that. Step 4, I want you to meet your AI system, ChatGPT. Now, let me tell you about that. I know you heard about ChatGPT. It's an AI tool that all of us use a lot of people are using right now to make millions and millions of dollars. I'm talking millions. Make sure you pay attention to the content. Meaning, you want the content to sound like you, not a robot. That's what I mean. Okay? Pay attention to the grammar. Pay attention to what it's saying. Would you say something like that? If not, change it up, because you can always edit, okay? You want it to sound like you. That's all I'm trying to say, because I love me some chat, honey. I talk to chat every minute I get, honey. Ooh, I can tell you later about what I do with chat, honey. Let me know at the bottom if you ever played around with chat, because chat will tell you a whole lot of things, honey. I'm just saying. Okay. So the first day is name a skill. Second day is rename the skill. Third day is validate before you create. Day 4 is meet chat, your GPT. Day 5, you're going to package your skill. That means, because see, what you're trying to do is you're going to build a side hustle around that skill, because that's what we're getting to, okay? Now you're about to build. Now you know there's a need for it, Now you have to build a side hustle around it. One skill now, keep that in mind. So you have to decide, do you want a service where people pay you directly to pick your brain on a specific industry, like, finance or organizing or dealing with vendors, whatever it is, whatever your skill is. Do you want a service or do you want a product? Product is something that you can make, you can create. Now, if you want to create something physically, go to Etsy.com and see what's in demand, because I think Etsy is one of the best websites you can go to just to check that out, okay? Digital products, a multi-trillion-dollar business. You can look it up through Google or Forbes.com, however you, whatever you want. But digital products is huge. And what I mean by that is that you create something online one time and you sell it over and over and over again perpetually. And then the way people get it, they download it. So it could be templates. It could be, you can create an ebook, a journal, a workbook. You can create just by anything you want to. Coloring books. Ebooks are really big. And so are checklists. So just think about, so again, go to Etsy.com just to see what they have. So you'll know what you're working with, okay? Just see what's in demand. Remember, validate before you create, okay? Day 6, once you got your product or your service, you're gonna market online. Now, I know a lot of y'all don't like to be in front of the camera like I'm doing right now, but that's okay. You make sure you get that product out there. Whatever your product or your service is, put it in front of the camera and talk about it. How can your product or service solve a problem? Okay? Remember this. You'll never go wrong. People are not interested in you selling your product or your service. They're more concerned with the outcome. They're looking for answers to their problems. Okay? So keep that in mind. That's what they're looking for. Answers to the problem. Okay? All right. Once you start doing that, here's the thing about marketing online. You have to be consistent with it, okay? You could either choose 1 or 2 platforms, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube. It's totally up to you, okay? Me personally, I use them all. I really do. But you just got to be careful with that, okay? Because you don't want to overwhelm yourself because you're still new to it. Because I started out seriously with YouTube and TikTok. I have my biggest following on TikTok. All right. TikTok, I have like 95,000 followers, but I'm going to get to that. Okay. Which I'm going to get to right now. Follow your community. That's day 7. Create a community. Get to know your community. That's a group of people with shared interests. For example, if you have bunion shoes you want to sell, you're looking for people that have bunion pain, that has bunion problems. Everybody doesn't have problems with bunions. Okay, so you're not selling to everybody. Keep that in mind. Followers don't mean anything. There's a lot of people that have 2, 3, 4, 500 million followers and can't sell a thing to them. Okay? Don't look at the numbers of followers. You're looking for your community. That's what you call it. A community. Community. And I keep saying this over and over again because people get intimidated by the fact, well, that person got 560,000 followers and 10,000. No, stop looking at the numbers. You're trying to find people that share the same problem and you're their answer. Okay? For example, me personally, I'm looking for people who sick and tired of 9 to 5. I don't want to say it out loud because I know some of y'all at work. That's who I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that wanted something else other than a 9 to 5. And if you work at a toxic workplace, you got a toxic boss, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Because I've been there, done that. I did that. So what I did was, after I followed that roadmap, right? Then a week later, I landed a paid client. And then after that, I got like maybe 35 or 40 more. And I can't tell y'all how good it feels to wake up in the morning, child. You ain't got to worry about no toxic boss telling you what you're not doing right. You don't have to worry about people saying, oh, you got a performance review coming up. That thing should drive me crazy. That's a lot of pressure. And it's almost like people are trying to just pull your guts out. You get what I'm saying? You get so close to believing that you're not smart enough, you're not good enough. Share your, do you agree with what I'm saying? Share that at the bottom in the comment section. You get tired of that. You get tired of feeling like that. You're going to work every day being drained. It shouldn't be like that. You go there to do a job. And please don't let the work validate you. Don't do that. You do what you do, and that's it. But I'm not telling you to leave your job. This is what you do while you have a job. Make sure that you create a side hustle, because you can't depend on anything. You can't depend on these jobs, because these jobs, they ain't looking for somebody with degrees and all that kind of stuff, right? What they're looking for is people they can control. Okay? And they're also looking for other people that are willing to bully people under them, so they can drill them into doing things that they want to do to make themselves look good and make the company look good. And don't get fooled by leadership. See, leadership learn on the job, right? They got that look. I don't even want to get into that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They got that look. They learn on the job. And they get these little cheap certifications online. Come on now, ain't anybody crazy. Okay? But I want you to understand this before I leave, okay? Do not allow your company's narrative to define who you really are. Don't do that. You have to change your narrative. You are valued. You have a valuable skill that someone else is willing to pay for outside that job. Once you get your mindset to believe that you are worth more than what that job is telling you, that's when you're going to see the fruit. The real fruit comes when you own your own income, instead of having that banana dangling in front of your face. You get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You have the power. You have the power to make your job an option. Remember I said that, okay? So with that roadmap, I created an ebook that I want you to get only if you're ready to make your job an option. I'm not pushing anything. But in that workbook, in that ebook, I have a reflection workbook to get your mind right for you to go through. It takes you about 5 to 6 minutes. All right. It also includes hooks that you use in your messages, Q&A, and many more other resources. And I do have a list of the bankable skill titles that's in there also. I have a page for that. Okay. So it's packed with everything, and it also has a 7-day planner. I told you I put everything in there, y'all, because y'all gonna need that stuff. I'm telling you. And it's so much fun when you're going through day by day by day. Now, some of y'all might finish before 7 days, which is perfectly fine. But you got to get your mind right, because you deserve better. You deserve more. Imagine waking up in the morning and not worrying about people, just controlling you, micromanaging you. You wake up with joy on your face. And you wake up on your terms. You do things on your terms. That feels so good. And I want you to have that peace that I now have, because it wasn't always there. So I want you to think about it, okay? Whenever you're ready, I got you. That 7-day planner is going to really change your life. And I'm 57 years old. If it changed me, it'll change you. It has all the support in the world. All right, get on back to work, because I know you sitting there like, oh, I know your brain is turning. So going on back, so I know you got a meeting coming up. It's about 500 meetings before 5 o'clock. I get that. In the meantime, we'll talk later, and you enjoy your day, okay?